Well, adult obesity is on the rise right here in Oklahoma and 30 other states. A new study just released this week says nearly 30% of adult Oklahomans are obese, and that is the 9th highest rate in the entire country. Dr. Toby Broussard joins me now with more on these numbers. Dr. Broussard, thanks for being here with us.
Sure, my pleasure.
We want to talk about these numbers. Oklahoma's rising 0.8%. That's to nearly 30% of adult Oklahomans who are obese.
It is. It's not very surprising. It's something we've seen for a long time coming. We see a lot of patients. We treat this every day. We've been touting it for a long time, but what the study does is it brings national attention to the fact that this is going on, and perhaps we need to have some policy changes to make some effective changes to not just treat the end result of this disease, but to treat some of the causes.
And Oklahoma's numbers are high. We're the 9th highest in the country.
Not just for adults, but also for children, for teenagers. So, I mean, we're the 17th highest for teenagers, which is a growing concern. This is probably the first group of, the first generation ever that's predicted probably to live a shorter lifespan than its parents, ever in the history of man.
Can you add some insight into that? Why?
Well, I think it's for a variety of reasons. One, it's a sign of prosperity. I mean, we're a prosperous nation. Oklahoma, it's easy to find fast food. It's easy to find food at places you buy gasoline. It's easy to find food at a lot of different places. Not only food, but poor choices of food in some cases, and especially if taken out of moderation. So all of these things add up to more calories. More calories and lack of activity add up to more weight.
And we do know in Oklahoma, though, also that a lot of people eat fast food here. We're also in the top 10 for fast food restaurants.
So the numbers aren't really surprising.
And what do you say to people who maybe have problems with their weight? What can they do? Well,
there's a lot of things you can do. First of all, if you're underweight, say, if you're overweight between 20 and 80 pounds or so, diet and exercise does have a measurable chance of providing successful long-term results. Whereas once you get over about 80 to 100 pounds overweight, dieting and exercise have virtually no or very little chance of bringing about any change. And that's what we do. Those are the group of patients that we treat mostly surgically. And that's where the surgical intervention comes into play at WeightWise and places like that to control weight loss in that group. But rather than controlling weight loss in that group, policies need to be changed so we're affecting the root cause. Improve inactivity in children and improve dietary and nutritional counseling. It's robbing Oklahoma of productivity down the line in the next generation as this generation becomes the workforce of Oklahoma.
And this is something that we could talk about all day long.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, we have to wrap up, and we can point people to your website. So thank you very much for being here with us today.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. And we have linked more information on WeightWise to our website. Just go to newsok.com and you can check under the featured links.
An alarming number is out right now about the state's obesity rate. Now the question is, are you as a parent contributing?
Amy McCree found a strong link between parents and their children's health. She joins us now to tell us about it so you can live your life your way.
Well, the latest stats have Oklahoma ranked 9th in the nation when it comes to obesity and 17th when it comes to teens being overweight. A trend that surprisingly may start in your very own home.
You learn from your parents.
Dr. Toby Broussard says when it comes to kids and obesity, it can easily start and stop with the parents.
If you watch parents make bad decision after bad decision with diet choices and food choices, it's only going to be reflected in their children's choices when they become adults and when they train their children.
A vicious cycle with monumental consequences. In fact, this current generation of children is predicted to be the first ever to not outlive their parents. A sure sign that something needs to be done now.
We have to learn better health choices. You have to be aware of what's in the food that you eat. I mean, how much fat's in it, how many carbohydrates, how much of it is protein, and what is the right ratio for you.
Families must also factor in roles of genetics and environmental situations when it comes to linking parents who are overweight and their children. Not only do parents have to make positive changes, but they also have to remember to enforce it with their kids.
There is hope. I think there's a lot of hope. I think what it boils down to is nutritional education, smart shopping, and incredibly well-planned meals, along with increasing the exercise in a child's life.
And not only can you eat good things together, but exercise as a family. Get the kids off the couch and exercise daily. Remember, parents have to take control in every way for themselves and also for their children.